Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your August 2020 reading. I'm alignedsoultarot. Welcome on in, Gemini. So, for the month of August, and you've been feeling this pretty heavily for the last, I'd say, 6 months, most of this year at least. I myself am a Gemini, so I can definitely relate to what the cosmos are saying and speaking and focusing on. So for the last 6 months, there's been a lot of emphasis on a lot of financial houses, and we're still seeing that in August. I think it's pretty much showing you, Gemini, that there's this cycle that you're wishing to fulfill, maybe a project. It could be anything, this is a general reading. Okay, so take it as it pertains to you, but it's some sort of commitment, right? And it's having to do around finances. So most likely it is a project or your career, hobby, something that you're taking on that can bring abundance. When I was tuning into your energies in the pre-shuffle, I just kept hearing the abundance. Abundance kept coming out. So it's definitely focusing around abundance. And that can be financially, that can also just be in your heart, feeling abundant. It doesn't necessarily have to be physical, tangible money. It can be, but it can just be a feeling abundant in all aspects of your life. And it's taking you a relative amount of time to be patient. And for Geminis, we like quickness. We like that quick, airy energy that, you get straight to the point, very logical, very practical. It's like you see your target, you go for it. And sometimes, with the air energy, like, yes, you can get things done, but sometimes you have to be careful with taking too many steps forward without really looking at, the steps you're taking, I guess. Not like plowing through life, right? So you really want to take a more slow and steady, more grounded approach. So that can be challenging at times for air signs in general, but Gemini, I'm feeling the need to tell you that, because what you're dealing with and what you're trying to create, it takes patience, right? Like I said, this has been happening over the last 6 months is the number I'm really getting, but it could be, relative to your timeline, right? But the cosmos has been really focusing in on this, like, more disciplined approach, more practical, more grounded earthly energy. And you had the Four of Earth show up here, which is all about that. This is staying committed. This is like, you see this man, like he's holding up this brick, and strong, steady, strong like bull is what I want to say. But, very much like committed. I am sturdy, stable. I am not budging, as you can see in his facial expression. Very just like, I'm stuck here. When I think of this, I think of the Four of Pentacles almost. I'm getting like, okay, I'm holding on to my pentacle. I'm holding up my pentacle. Like, this is what I'm focusing on, is what I'm getting for you. So really staying focused as well. And that can be hard for Gemini sometimes because your mind can go 1,000,001 places. So really having to stay focused and committed to what brings you abundance, right? And I say this with a lot of my readings, the frequency of abundance is very similar, like finances, abundance is very similar to love. So when we feel and manifest that abundance in our career or vice versa in our love, it somewhat reflects back into the other aspects of our life. So if we're really focused on finances, and we are creating in that flow, usually we can start to create and flow in our love frequency too. So it's like trying to understand that both are very related to one another. And that's what we should always striving to obtain, right? And it really is about focusing on what makes you happy, right? Sufficiency, self-sufficiency is what I want to say. That's really what brings in abundance. And that's what really brings in that flow within other aspects of your life. I hope that makes sense. It really is drawing back to you. What makes you happy? What brings you abundance? How are you manifesting that? Are you manifesting that from a place that's related to your needs, right? And I'm saying that because this desire card is here in reverse. And really what I'm getting for this, Aries is in, Mars is in Aries, I should say, and it's highlighting your 11th house. And 11th house is all about relationships, networking, friendships, community, right? So when I see this desire card, I instantly think like making sure that you're manifesting your desires. What do you want? What do you need? And how does that connect to the big picture, right? How does that connect to the big picture of what you're creating at this time, right? And Gemini is a very mutable sign. You know, you think of the twins as about versatility, you know, so you can relate to others. And right now I feel like you are, whatever you are creating, you're probably bringing on a team or having people that are like-minded that are helping you at this time, but making sure that they are in alignment with you. Like I said, it all comes back to you. Self-sufficiency, self-awareness are big themes for you, and having that confidence to manifest. You have very masculine energy showing up here in your reading with the King of Air, which is your sign, your element, I should say. So I'm really sensing that being confident is what I'm getting off this King of Air. Being confident about what you're creating and speaking out into the world. August 18th, the new moon in Leo is highlighting your 3rd house, which is Gemini. So this is you come mid-month, really stepping into alignment with that frequency of abundance and love, and bringing that into the 3D world. Lots of communication, writing, marketing, taking on the projects that you're bringing into awareness, like putting it out into the world is what I'm getting with this King of Air, communicating it out. You're also having to be very flexible around whatever sort of choices, whatever sort of financial blockages that you might be having. Like I'm seeing blockages in finances. If you do have some sort of blockages that are outside of your control, you need to surrender to that and know that whatever is happening right now with this white flag, like surrendering to it, knowing that whatever is happening, it's listening and being intuitive around that, okay? Really tapping into what you feel that comes up around your finances, your creative endeavors, your projects, whatever brings you abundance. Feeling into it and trusting yourself, okay? Having the confidence is what I'm seeing here with the King of Air and also the solar plexus right smack dab in the middle. This is your creative energy. This is your flow. This is your chi. Solar plexus is like the middle. This is our core. So very much connected to our confidence. Not resisting what comes up and what we feel around that. Trusting in our gut is what I'm getting for you. And when I clarified the solar plexus, I got Queen of Wands, the Magician, Queen of Cups, and the 3 of Cups in reverse. So what I'm seeing here is that you have to step out of that like lack story with the 3 of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups right next to it. It's like what I'm seeing here is like this bluish, more watery energy and stepping into more of this fiery air energy. So this is kind of what you're graduating into as you work on your core, your solar plexus. You know, words of affirmation with the King of Air, speaking it out, believing in yourself, knowing that you can do it, having the networks with the 11th house highlighted in August, having those people that are going to bring you up and bring you into this manifesting Magician, Queen of Wands energy, right? This is all about confidence. You have the integrity card too. And when I think of the Queen of Wands, I think of integrity. So having the integrity, believing in yourself, knowing your worth is what I'm getting off this card. Letting go of any sort of past burdens that maybe made you feel resistant, or surrendering to old timelines is what I'm getting with the timeline card right here next to it. Surrendering to old timelines that no longer suit your story. Being confident, stepping into the magician energy. This is Gemini energy with the Queen of Wands right next to it. That is like a force to be reckoned with. Like, that's no force that you want to mess with. You know, that is the power of manifestation. That is like, I am committed, right? I am stable. I am grounded. I am listening to my desires. I'm connecting in with people that are going to fulfill my cup, right? With this Queen of Cups. They're going to bring me that abundance that I crave and that I need to really get this project, to really maintain this abundance that I am craving, is what I'm getting. When I also see the Three of Cups, really what I'm sensing around that, because this is all about like community, right? This is like rejoicing, celebration, friendship. When it's in reverse, I think this is like what I just said, reiterating, like making sure that your networks, the people in your bubble are so crucial to you, Gemini. Like this is a quote that my father used to tell me, you are the company you keep, right? And for so long I was like, oh, that's bull. Like, I don't believe that. Like, I am my own identity. Like, you know, as a teenager rebelling, you know. And now as I've gotten older, and, you know, I realize how powerful and potent and true that is. You know, we are energy, right? And especially highly sensitive beings, you know, spiritual people are somewhat sensitive to energy and other people's energies. So therefore, it is so important to be aware and mindful of the company that you keep. And the words that are coming in, especially around this King of Air, like communication that's coming in, dialogue that you're having with yourself and with others, it's very important that you stay in your integrity and you believe in yourself. You know, the Sage card here. This is all about wisdom. This is all about learning from your past, right? Surrendering to old timelines and learning from them and being like, you know what, I no longer want to be small. I no longer want to make myself feel like I'm not capable of what I desire. You are wise. You have grown into this more crone energy, this, you know, sage, hermit. It's probably taken you amount of time. Like I said, this has been over the last 6 months to a year now that you've been really feeling this financial, like these financial blockages, you know, and it's been coming up for a lot of people just in the world in general. But I think for Gemini, it's really hitting you pretty hard. You know, that lack story, that fear mentality, that old timeline, you know, letting go of all those old blockages that you might have been sensing or feeling, especially around your networks and your friends. And knowing that it's a time for a new cycle to come in. Six of Water just wants to pop out here. So yeah, you're reminiscing on the past for sure. Thinking about past hurts, past fights, competition I'm getting even. Yeah, interesting that I got competition. So not letting competitors or people bring you down, you know, like it's really important to be very intuitive, especially with that Queen of Cups showing up. Because when you tap into that intuition and your emotions and what comes up, your feelings around your networks, that's going to allow you to know who belongs in your bubble and who doesn't, right? And not ignoring that, right? Supporting that sixth sense. Six of Water, you know, this is like maybe looking back at the past, old friendships that no longer serve you, network groups that no longer serve you. I'm really sensing around this August 2020 reading, like finding your soul tribe. I'm almost hearing like new soul contracts. I feel like that's going to be huge for you. You know, the Six of Water, yeah, you are definitely connecting in with some past energy, but I think that's bringing you into your future because it's just the past is, you're shedding light on it, awareness, you know, around some of those bonds and friendships that maybe aren't there anymore, and they're not there for a reason, right? Because you're moving into a new timeline. You're, you know, stepping into your integrity and what you want to create, right? Magician, Queen of Wands energy, right? Bringing it down to the 3D tangible world. All right, so this is for Gemini, August 2020. Let's just pull some tarot for you. See what we have for the rest of this reading for August 2020. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. You had the Resistance card here with adversity as well. What I'm getting off of that is, like I said, not resisting change, of course. Allowing these new timelines to come in, new social networks, new groups. I'm also feeling like the adversity card and the integrity card are very much the same energy. You know, bottom of the deck here. Aligning yourself with your desires, your wishes. This is the Star card. This is wish fulfillment, you know. You've been in this like cocoon phase of just like manifesting your desires, your wishes. And no wish or dream is too big, you know. But also, with that being said, you plant seeds, right? With this Four of Earth card, you plant seeds, take practical steps, right? Like I said in the beginning of the reading. Yeah, no wish is too big, but we can't get everything all at once necessarily. Sometimes it happens that way, but the way I actually was just talking to a friend about this, so this ties in beautifully, is when you think about spiritual knowledge, enlightenment, and when you meditate and when you manifest, right? Universe, spirit, your guides, your angels, whatever you call to, only gives you what you can digest, right? And it's up to you to actually take the time to digest it, not just get the download, but actually really digest it and think about it, right? And that takes a level of groundedness, right? So that's why it's so important, especially for air signs, Geminis, to stay grounded, because you might get all these downloads, but are you really digesting it? So you're only, like the wishes and dreams and aspirations that you have, you know, really tap in and tune into that and sit with that and allow it to like digest is what I'm getting from this card. The gestation period, the seed. So the seed's been planted, right? And now it's kind of like, okay, it's starting to peek out the ground. And I feel like that's been the last 6 months of just like this gestation period. And now it's like slowly starting to sprout, slowly opening up. And now as you are opening up as this confident, you know, magician, Queen of Wands energy, you're having to let go of those old timelines, and you're having to really be tapping in and tuning into your intuition and your needs, and like letting other people know that, right? Like the wishes are coming into light now, and now people are curious, right? And being aware of your circles, right? Because there's going to be people that are curious, but you have to know when to share and when not to share. What kind of energy exchange are you willing to give and receive, right? Like reciprocity. And that's why it's so important for you to find your tribe, your soul tribe, that where you feel that alignment, you feel like the equal give and take, and you feel like they're supporting you, like you deserve to be supported, right? With these new wishes coming in, right? This is bringing emotional fulfillment for you. Ace of Cups right on the bottom. So whatever, like I said, this abundance, right? Financial abundance, creative abundance, whatever's coming in for you, it's very much aligned with your emotions. Like I said, the abundance frequency and love frequency is the same. So that's what's truly important here, Gemini, for the month of August, is to make sure that whatever you are manifesting in your financial sectors of life, your abundance, your creative projects, making sure that you are emotionally in it. That's exactly what this Queen of Cups and Three of Cups is showing me. Making sure that they are in alignment, right? Making sure that your desires, your wishes are also emotionally satisfying is what I'm getting. You have the Five of Earth here. in reverse. So this is coming out of that lack mentality. Five of Pentacles, this is all about that fear mentality, feeling left out, feeling abandoned. That's an old story. That's an old timeline. You have to make that choice with the Two of Air here to not stay stuck, right, in the past with the Six of Water here. You have to surrender to the new, let go of this fear story, right? Because if you stay stuck in that, you can't have this 4 fire. This is all about stability. This is the 4. Again, you have 2 4s here. 4s are all about structure, stability, foundations, right? Planning. So that's what you need to stay in, that kind of mentality. Not getting too far ahead on the timeline, right? With the timeline card. Staying in the moment, taking grounded, practical steps, knowing that you can dream big, you can wish big. You know it's coming in, you know that it's emotionally fulfilling. But you also have to make sure that you're staying grounded and practical and realistic, right? You got to be realistic so that foundation can stay steady and continue into your future. High Priestess here, right? In reverse. Things coming out, things being illuminated, but you have to stay tuned into this High Priestess energy. You have to be able to tap in and tune in and know, really with this High Priestess, know who is deserving to be in your bubble, right? Know who is on your wavelength. Know who is meant to be in your life, right? And listening to that intuition, you know, knowing that whatever comes up, of course you don't want to be impulsive and just be like, you know, hasty with people. But if feelings or emotions come up at this time, please tap in and listen to that and see what is there. Maybe dig a bit deeper. You know, definitely don't make any hasty choice, but listen, tap in. Okay? I'm really feeling that around your networks. Listen to your intuition about your friends, your lovers, your family, you know, whoever those people are to you. If this is readings for you, then you know exactly who I'm talking about. You got 3 cards here. Believe in the impossible, right? Like I said, the Star card. Wishes are coming true. What you've been manifesting over the past 6 months is coming into light, right? This is blue moon energy. I don't know what month this is, but believe in the impossible, right? Believe in your desires with the Desire card in reverse. No wish is too big, but also you have to be practical, right? Like those wishes can still come into light, but first you have to fulfill what's here now, right? You know, looking ahead, you know, you can look far into the future and dream big, of course, but stay in the moment, stay present, right? There is that big picture there though, with the believe in the impossible. It's there. And as long as you keep your vision with the big picture, what I'm getting for you is you can see that picture, right? But just know that it might change and you have to be flexible. Being flexible, understanding that spirit is guiding you at this time, as long as you are being aware and mindful to your intuition and your networks, knowing who serves you, knowing who doesn't, knowing that you are good enough. That's that solar plexus energy. You are good enough. You can do this. This is the Magician, Queen of Wands. Confidence is key for you this month. And also your relationships with others. Being confident in your relationship with others, right? A fiery climax approaches. A full moon in Aries. This has to do with that Mars and Aries energy for you. 11th house. So I'm really sensing like realizations around networks. You know, don't dream too small, but don't dream too big. Like, it's like, not that you can't, it's hard to put in words. I'm trying to like put it in the right words. It's not that you can't dream big, because you can. But like I said, there's like a balance there with the 4 of Earth showing up twice. There's a balance in your dreams. Like, be realistic in a sense, right? I hope that these messages served you well. And if you want to get more personal with me, please reach out to me for a private reading. All my information is in the description box below. And I'll also provide a solar plexus guided meditation channel where you can tap into your chakras and stay in alignment, right? Because the earth energy is very strong for you in this reading. So having to stay grounded. I'll also put in a guided meditation for grounding and how you can do that really quick and easy meditation that I use when I'm feeling a little bit too airy and very ethereal, you know, up in my head. Because you got to bring it down here. You got to be realistic, practical, and so you can get to that big picture, right? Because it's there. That dream is not going away, you know. Stay the course, and your dreams will come true, Gemini. It's here. It's happening. Stay connected to your heart, right? Your heart is the key to abundance, is what I'm getting. Your heart is the key to abundance. So again, making sure that what you're putting out into the world is emotionally fulfilling for you and for others, right? All right, be well, Gemini. This is your August 2020 reading. Bye-bye.